So anybody who is aware about microservices? Anybody who is aware about microservices? Material design. No? Okay, then about Teradata. Okay, let me share my screen so that I will start giving overview about my screen is visible to everyone. Amit, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So we are going to discuss mainly three things in first session. What is material design? What is Teradata? And then Kendo UI. So the person who is working in Angular are thinking to work in the future. Angular they are thinking to learn something related to front-end technology. So these three library most companies are using, means as per my experience 75% companies are using maybe a material design, Teradata or Kendo UI. First we gonna to see that what is material design and how we can get the advantage of it, and it will take only 20 minutes. After that discussion you will feel that if any opportunity will come where I need to work for material design, Teradata and Kendo UI, I will be able to work. So you need to just search in a Google that material design with Angular. Then you will get a first link, material.angular UI, and you need to just open this. You need to just open it and then this link will come. Here you have to get started. Here you will get the idea that whenever you are going to add material design functionality into your project, then you have to run this command. After running this command, all the references will get added in your project and you will get the functionality of that. Means what will happen after adding this command? You will get the changes in package.json. One font will get added in Roboto font in index.html. Icon will get added in index.html because as we know that Angular is single page application. So index is a main page on which all the page will land there. Angular index is a kind of platform. It is a kind of runway where all the plane will come and then it will run. So this is main page in the Angular. Then some CSS will also added. So these things will happen after running this command. Okay. Then you can add, you can export here. So previously, if someone have experience related to material design, previously they are using material module. But after Angular 4, they use different module as a module.
चुनमोल मेरे को लीड दियो.
Like mat slider, it is also a module. It means whatever the module you want to use in your project, that module you need to add. So anybody is here who can explain me this line, that what is the use of this line in Angular? Anyone? So the class will be more interactive. Yeah, Vinod. Amit?
Yes, yeah.
So we are,
I'm little about thing. Yes, sir. Yes, please. Yeah, Vinod.
yeah. When we are trying to
Hello?
import, yeah, we are trying
Yes.
to import.
Continue, Vinod. We can hear you.
I was trying, so we can import our module in this ng module. Whatever, if you are using Angular material elements, we should add over here, I guess.
Right. So another question I have, what are the different types of property we have in @ng module? Can you describe that?
Import, provider,
Okay, next.
declaration,
Okay. Entry component.
entry component. Yeah.
And okay. So Amit, we are going to play a role, right? That it is a kind of interview session is going on. Any kind of question come
Okay.
at randomly, right? Then we should ready to respond like
Okay,
it
sure.
happen in the interview, right? Let's move next.
Yeah, yeah.
After then, suppose I have added a slider,
Okay.
and then we will run ng sun. Then everything will run. After then, we have different types of component. So if anyone have question, right? So they can have the question. So first, we have different here controls like autocomplete control. So in this, we have 3 sections. One, they have given the overview of control. So whenever you are going to work for material design, no need to go anywhere. Just go to their on-site. They have given everything in detail with different example. You will get everything here. Whatever the example they have given, inside that you can open in another link also, and you can open the code itself here, like HTML, TS, and if in case they have written in CSS, you can get that also, and you can open the same example here also, like where you can run that example.
So Pankaj, it is better if we are creating one Angular kind of project and we are implementing those things in there. It is possible
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just created one HTML page in the Angular. Yeah.
Let me add here.
But it's taking to the long time, so it's not really easy because it's a taking time. It's each of the modules and describe and is the import and the exchange, so it's really time taking.
Yeah.
Actually, the time is not at our level. I guess we are just thinking like whenever we are getting in this meeting, we are learning something new, right? That's why. Otherwise, we are okay.
Right. We can. So we have opened VS Code, right? And what is happening here?
Yes, no.
Please, I guess I cannot see your screen right now. I am only I can see only Angular. Yeah.
Okay. Let you cannot see my screen. Let me open.
Just share the whole desktop.
Whole desktop. Okay. Let me stop and then again say.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Whole desktop. Yes.
From where it will come whole
Yes,
desktop.
Yeah.
PowerPoint portion file basic. So anybody is getting option that where okay, here we are getting that we can share
In
or
advanced option is
advancce option. In the advanced
in
option
advanced options.
they are let me try from here. They are giving me only one actually option here. Hold, control, and then select multiple. Okay. Let me know if it is visible to you. It is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me
Yes, it's
put
visible.
this little bit down and then, okay. What happened? So I'm creating a folder. It is also visible. Okay. Hello, Gautam.
Yeah,
Actually, I have not created any project in my local. So for that, I need to run all the commands, right?
right.
NuGet and
Yes,
all
yes. Because I'm
things.
saying because of time.
So first, so let me
Pankaj,
do
please
one
open
thing.
terminal. Pankaj, please open the terminal in the top of the menu button.
Okay.
Please open the VS Code. The terminal is NG command. Create a new project.
Where is the terminal? Okay, I CMD, right?
Yeah, also this open the CMD is the same.
It is CMD is
Same thing
visible to you or
VS
not?
Code and same CMD.
CMD is visible.
Right now,
No,
no,
CMD is
I
not
cannot.
visible.
What happened?
CMD is not visual.
No, it's a team. It's a team.
Now it is visible.
Yes.
It's visual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's visual.
Yeah, let me know what should I do here. Yeah, Mitesh. Like
Pankaj, you don't need to open command prompt. You also done with this scenario by the VS Code in terminal point. So please open the terminal.
from here. Actually, first I need to
VS
create a project, then I can open in terminal, right?
Yes. You can also create by the VS Code terminal.
Where
No
is
need
the
to command
Both
prompt.
both are the same. It is this
Yes, I know
CMD,
both are the
otherwise
same, but
VS Code.
what the need of the open command prompts also? If I already opened the VS Code, so don't need to open command prompt.
okay. Let me know what I should do now. Where is the terminal? It is not visible to me.
Open VS Code.
I already
Yes.
opened. This is the VS Code.
Code control plus escape.
Tool menu, tool menu. Inside the tool menu have a terminal.
Okay, no issue. Pankaj, hold on. Please, what is your computer directory? C, D, and E drive.
D drive. D drive.
Okay, so I'm going to create a new project in your D drive, right?
Okay.
So write down the D.
Where I should write? In CMD?
Write down,
Yes. Yeah,
write down D.
Yes, CMD also.
Okay. It is visible to you?
D.
Yes, yes.
Okay. D.
Write D and then colon.
Okay.
CD. Your screen is like a.
Your CMD
screen
is
is-
visible, but it is not any typewriting.
Your screen is visible, but I think it's a stable on one thing, not any.
No action is there. Only
No
command
longer
prompt is
screen.
visible over there.
Now it is visual. CD D colon.
D. Press enter.
Present. Change directory in D.
D. Only D.
Okay,
Only
D.
D.
Only D, not
Colon.
CD. Only
Okay.
CD.
Next.
Yeah.
Enter.
Now create a folder where you want to create a project.
Then make a folder like a
mkdir
like if you have any folder name
MKDR.
like
MKDR.
mkdir
so
and
CD,
It's not a CAD. It's
Okay.
MKDR.
mkdir.
Make the MKDR.
Then
Test.
put a folder name.
Test.
Yeah. Enter.
No, it is giving me error.
MKDR.
DIR.
dir mkdir.
MKDIR.
DIR. Folder name.
And
Yeah,
folder
so-
name.
CD
Yes.
CD test.
And CD test. CD test.
Yeah, got it.
Now, LNG create the module, create project. Create.
What will the command?
First install the
NG.
Node.js.
It will take time or not?
I think install Node.js is already installed.
It not take time. Just go.
okay, Pankaj, you write down ng new and npm new. And write down the project name which you want to create.
NPM is not here.
ng new.
And
NG,
NG
project name.
The problem here is like Angular was, Node.js was not installed here.
Node, yeah. First install Node.js.
Node.
Either you have to
First install
install
the Node.js,
Node.js right now,
then
or
it
else
will install in the
you will not be able to proceed further. I think.
Right. I need to install Angular and Node.js. Then I will be able to run, right?
First
Yes,
install Node.js.
Yes,
Yeah, you
yes.
can just
Yeah.
you just
First is a
write a
Node.js, then is Angular.js.
npm install hyphen. Okay, you can check the query here. Also.
First, I need to download, right?
Yeah, right.
no, I guess on command basis we can do.
Yes, using command you can download. You can run the script. You just go.
It will also do the same thing, right?
Yeah, same. Is the
Right,
not the
right,
same.
right.
Is the setup and the command too.
Then should I cancel this, right?
The command too is the Ubuntu with Windows setup.
What happened? No, I think we need to
Setup
install. This.
install is directly that.
Sorry.
That download setup. Download the
Yeah,
setup.
to run
is,
to run the npm node should be there.
Yeah, let me resume this. Okay. Do one thing. Give me this week. Okay, I will install and then create a simple project, and then accordingly we will move. It will okay for us?
Okay, no. Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyone have idea about material design? Anyone have here who have some idea about material design? Would you like to start?
Yes, I'm going.
Sorry, Amit.
Yes, working on the Angular material.
So can you give 10 to 15 minute overview about that? Okay. Okay, no issue. Then let me continue here. Okay, Amit.
Okay, not sure. Next time I will prepare.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
I
Thank
am
you,
not
bro.
with the.
Okay. So here we are getting HTML, CSS, HTML, and these. So first, as we communicated, that 3 sections will be here for every. First is overview, API, and then in the API, what will happen? We will get that detail that whenever we are going to use this autocomplete, then we need to add this as a reference in your project. And again, it will vary that if I have multiple modules, then if I will add this in my main app module, then no need to give this reference in every module. Otherwise, what we can do, we can give this reference in shared module and then we can use. So this will be the selector name and it can export as a this also. So here we have the input property. These are the input property which we have. And these are output property. This will be the ID. Here you can pass via property that whether it will be open or closed. These things we have. Same way we have, if somewhere you have to show some control like this, like maybe you have seen a lot of example this in our project, that if any notification is coming in the count, then we can show this notification. And previously what we are doing, we are making CSS, custom CSS. So now it will be a control for us. And same thing will happen for same thing will happen as an overview, means it will give detail. Then API means if you are going to use in your project, then what you need to do as a selector and all. Input property, output property, you will get it from here. And second meeting will get expire after 10 minutes. And yeah, Amit, you are saying something? No?
Download is complete, please install it. Note.
Yeah. So anyone is here who have already downloaded so that we can see the example on his system also. Okay, there is 3 to 4. Hello, Gaurav. So can you, would you like to show the overview? Hi, Gaurav. Hi. Should I give the? Okay, you don't know the material. Okay.
Material.
Okay, got it. Then what happened? Why it is not picking? I will prepare my system, okay, and then we will see that how. So anyone, like I have given the overview about material design. Anyone have doubt that how will I start working? What are the helps I need to get? Like we are 19% here, right? Participants here. So anybody have doubt that if I have to start working in Angular, then how will I start on all? Like if you have to start pop-up on all, then you can get the advantage. A lot of CSS is already designed. A lot of controls we have. same way we have a button, right? Toggle button, card. Like this material design is also used by the Google itself. And we can get the code from the GitHub also. And many person are using in the company, means 75% company, they are using the same, whether they are, maybe they are using material design, Teradata or Kendo UI. And same way we have Teradata also. And Teradata is like on the top of material design. They have designed some control and they have some more benefit as compared to material design. So here we have the components and these are example. So here you can see that different types. Maybe you have seen some example, like if someone have to design website and all, you can design very easily without help of a designer. So you can see here, these are, and they have given the example here. Just we need to copy paste and then we can use that. Same way here. No need to do anything. Just we need to add the references of Teradata and then we can copy and paste. And you will get the same look and feel in your project. And mostly they are using this data table in their project. And they have different advantage of this.
So how will we use in the Teradata? Is the same way they install the material?
Yes, as we are installing the material design, same way we need to install the Teradata also, right? Same way. You will add
so
the
suppose
references.
the material sponsored by
Maybe due to network, Amit, we cannot hear you. Anyone who can hear to Amit? Yeah, Amit, ask your question.
Is the Teradata is which part of use?
It is also used
Angular
for
is
design purpose.
Sponsored by the Google. And Angular is yes.
It is also used for design purpose.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have here eChart also, like somebody is searching freeware eChart. You can get it. It is free of cost eChart. So here also no need to do anything. Just you need to add this and then you can get the advantage. Like here you can get the API, like what you need to add in your project. Like you need to add these. And sometime interviewer asks that, hey, have you designed some chart kind of work you have done in your company? Then you can say that, yes, I have done the work in Teradata. I have used this and that. I have done that. So first we need to see the project requirement, that what is the requirement of his project, what they have mentioned. So we can at least say that, yes, I have designed the charts and it is free of cost. No license and all required. You can see here different types of looks are coming. This is the advantage. We have chart and then we have some utility related to animation and we have some directive also. And we have some pipes which they have already designed, some conversion and all. So you can also at disadvantage. HTTP services also they have defined, like we do repository pattern, right? Insert, update, delete, all the logic at one place, and then we will call this. Accordingly, things will move. Okay.
So which be the easy for use for the material design and Teradata?
Both are useful. It depends upon the company that which one they want to use, right?
But I'm both of the suitable one. So which should we choose for this?
We should go for on the top
More
of
on the
material
difference,
design, we have Teradata. So we can use both. We can check 2 features of Teradata and 1 feature of material design.
Okay. We can use both in a single project.
Both are compatible in the project, and you can use the Kendo UI also in the project. Like you can take 2 advantage of Kendo UI, 1 advantage of Teradata, and 1 and 2, 3 advantage of material design. So what will happen whenever a person want to do a rapid development? That time they prefer these controls, because these controls are already tested.
But is a Kendo UI is but Kendo UI is not the open source. Material is Teradata is open
Yes,
source. That is like
right.
Kendo UI is not
Teradata
open
is also open source, and
So
Kendo
what in
UI
the
for that
Kendo
you have to
UI?
take a license.
You take the license.
Yeah, and just after 1 minute, session will get expired. So we will start about Kendo UI. So
Okay.
anyone have question in material design and Teradata? Because we have 1 minute, then we will again start the session. So anyone have like doubt or any question that hey, how the things will start in material design, Teradata?
Yeah, one thing, if I want to use Teradata, do we require to first install material design?
And these two are freeware, and if you want to use the Kendo UI, then you have to take a license. We can search in Google also that yeah, license is required, right?
Actually, it's a Telerik product and it's a paid product.
Right. I have done the work on Kendo UI 10 to 15 days only, and they are providing the license. And previously in .NET also, Telerik was in more use in 2010, .NET 2010, right?
And Kendo UI is not only for Angular, it's Kendo UI for React, jQuery, Angular, and for these all Kendo is available by Telerik.
Okay. So do you have idea about Kendo UI? Prashant? Prashant? No, Prashant, I think cannot hear me.
Hello?
Yeah, Prashant.
Yeah. Actually, my company is saying I have to learn first React. Even I have to learn first React, then Kendo UI for React. I have to learn both things.
Okay.
So that's why. Yeah.
So in your company, they are going to use Kendo UI also?
Yeah. They are actually using Kendo UI. Finally, they have to use Kendo UI. They are using actually. They asked me to learn in Kendo UI for React, but.
We can do one thing. We can see the example of Kendo UI with React and Kendo UI with Angular. We can go for that also, right?
Yeah, but before that, I have to learn React.
React. So we will start little bit on that also, as we have discussed on yesterday, right? I am also beginner in React, but I am willing
Actually,
to
I know
learn
very few people in our group know React. That's why it's a problem here.
Right. So we will start, because you know that what will happen. Suppose what will happen in the future. In my organization, they will say that, hey, you have to start working on React. Then as a developer, you cannot say no with the experience of 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Actually, in interview, I hadn't told them I know React. I straightforward told them I don't know React, I don't know Angular. But after joining, they are saying you learn React and then implement it.
That happened with the company. Organization don't want to know that you know or don't know. Task came, you have to do it.
That's why.
Because a fresher can say that I don't know this and that, right? Experience holder, 5+ experience, 10+ experience, they cannot
That's
say
why.
that
10
I
plus
cannot
experience.
work.
Yeah, 10+ experience, you can't deny anything. You have to learn and implement.
Right. And when we will become a solution architect, right? That time maybe we have to work in Java application.
Yes, sure. Yeah, yes.
So we have to.
That means you can't say anything for any technology.
Right. Because they are going to pay accordingly. So one day I was listening. I was listening Satya Nadella, right? He's a CEO of Microsoft, right?
Microsoft.
And
yes.
Yeah, he was saying in the interview that how you get selected as a CEO. So he was saying that I got a clear message from Bill Gates. If you will perform better, if you will perform this job better, then we have next opportunity. If you will not perform better, then we have no opportunity for you. Means you have to be result oriented.
Okay.
So we are going to understand Kendo UI with Angular and Kendo UI with React. So everybody is, I have little bit idea about Telerik control only. Means 15 days work I have done in Telerik. And in these two areas, I have not done the work. So Prasad, as we communicated on yesterday that you will do some homework. Have you done some homework on Telerik?
Yes, I have done some home. Yeah, not Telerik. I have done some homework on React.
So would you like to start?
I can, if I'm able to share my screen. I have created a small project over there.
Yeah, let me make you host. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you are co-host now. So can you try to share your screen? I stopped my screen. You can try. You are co-host now. I'm going on mute. Okay. Carry on. And if any challenge will come, then surely we will learn together.
Sure.
Yeah. Are you able to see? Are you able to share now? Right.
It's saying browser is preparing access to. It's saying your browser is preventing access to your share screen. What is this?
Try to share another screen like Note++ or something else. So Gurdas, have you done some work related to Kendo UI?
No, sir.
What happened? You should do little bit work at least. Gurdas, keep in mind that you should speak at least 5 to 6 minutes per session, right? Next time.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is how you are going to carry the things. Yeah, Prasad.
Right, sir.
Yeah, I'm not able to share. It's always saying your browser is preventing you from sharing the screen.
Any security something? So anybody can guide him, Prasad. Anybody can guide to Prasad.
Yeah, it's saying your browser is preventing access. So how can I get access to show the screen?
So you log in by the Zoom app, or how you log in?
I logged in using a browser.
No, try
That's
to
why I
log
think.
in by the Zoom app.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
I have to install Zoom app. Okay, I
Okay,
haven't installed that actually.
then you can do one thing. You can give some overview of about React, whatever the preparation you have done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
continue. And start from basic. Okay, Prasad?
Even I don't know much more about that.
Yeah, okay,
Even
continue.
I can say only basics.
Yeah,
Also.
continue.
Yeah, the React, its current version is 16.6, and React is basically in React we have it's work on virtual DOM. Actually, it creates like the when it uses the JX file for that, it's a combination of JavaScript and HTML. So it's create a virtual DOM, and every time when any changes takes place, its virtual DOM gets modified and then reloaded. It doesn't load entire DOM, but only the portion of they have changed. The change has been made. That change is reflected in the virtual DOM, and entire the DOM will reloaded on the screen. In the React, the main concept of React is there, and it's basically main feature in the React is the component based. One component talks to another component, and we create actually I developed a small application for making component over there, and it's component based actually. And one thing. Normally we use the Visual Studio code to for coding purpose. Then we have the different commands to run the application. That's for the if I have to install the create a project in a start. I have to create a suppose I have created a folder, and within that folder we want to create an application. Then the npx create React app is a command over there to create. Then it will be create the entire application. Required files get downloaded, and the entire structure is being created by the using of npx command. Then after that, we can use for npm start for the building the application, and it will be available on a port. Normally, it's on localhost 3000. And for a development purpose, we use the npm start, and for the production, it's the npm build over there. That's all.
Okay. So meanwhile, Prasad, start downloading the Zoom app on your system, right?
Yeah.
So anyone have experience or some idea about React.js? Amit, have you done the work in React.js?
No, sir, I'm still I'm
okay. You have
because
done.
I'm planning of the end of this year and learn to the React. Yes.
So you can learn with us, like you can do
Working on
some.
the
We can plan
Yes,
some
yes.
session on React, right? And then here you can work as a speaker. Then within a 4 to 5 session, you will be able to have some idea about React. So anyone else?
Yeah, hopefully the next week I'll.
Okay, next week you will start. Okay, so I will plan the session accordingly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So anyone else?
Okay, not sure.
Anyone else who have some idea about React? Anyone apart from Prasant and Amit?
Me, I just have a general overview.
Yeah, continue.
General, yeah, I just have a general view, and I'm here to learn also, because I'm to deepen my knowledge.
Okay, you also want to learn.
Okay.
Yeah, I have just a basic knowledge.
Okay.
Basic knowledge because
So
I once
can you,
went through the.
okay, you want to learn React.js or you have some basic knowledge of React?
I want to learn it, but I have some little basic
Okay, you
knowledge.
want to learn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will plan some session on React, right? And then there will be 3 persons. One is I, Amit, and Prasant. These 3 persons will lead this session in upcoming 4 to 5 session. We will lead this session, right, Prasant, Amit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is how we will get an idea that how to start working on new things. And there is more demand of React because a little bit Angular is going down right now, little bit.
Okay. Now it's
More
good,
market
good to
is
me.
acquiring by React.
Okay.
Yeah. So should I share my screen then? So Gaurav
Yes.
have given a message, React and okay,
View.
Vue. So anyone have idea about Vue? No? Okay. Then let me do one thing. Let me open React, okay? So Prasant, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
So I have opened here, like this is my favorite website, W3 School.
W3 schools.
Yeah, whenever I feel that I need to start learning, then I open this website first and I get some basic, very basic overview from here, and then I jump some other places. So as we know that React is a JavaScript library for building UI interface, and React is also following same as we have Angular, and you can create components like in Angular also we are able to create component. In Angular also we have import facility, so we can have here also. So Prasant, it is much more similar to Angular, right?
Actually, I don't know Angular, actually, so I can't
Okay,
compare with it.
You don't know Angular? Okay.
Yeah.
So here they are using class test and then extend. They have some like React, this one, and then they are getting under that they are getting component, right? And here we have the render, which render will come in this part.
Okay.
This is,
and the root is available in HTML file. This is the root is the name of div.
Right.
Yeah.
This one.
ID is ID of div.
Yeah.
And entire application will be rendered in that div. Actually, on index page, there is only one div whose ID is root, and the entire code will run within that div, root div.
Okay. So I'm sure that after today we can say to interviewer that hey, we have basic idea about React also, right? This is how we can clear our interview at least.
Yes.
And this is our purpose also, that we should have little bit idea in most of the area, because we are moving toward full stack developer, right? So we should know lot of component, lot of library, right? So these 3 line is very clear to everyone, I hope, right? Because the person who have done the work in Angular, they are much familiar with library and single page application and component also. And here we have the example of import Then we design a class, and then we have DOM, document object model. In that, render will come, and then as Prasan told me, that all the things will come under root tag, right, Prasan?
Yes. 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 It's the idea of div. Root is the idea of div
It is
available
a-
in the HTML
So
file.
what is the meaning of idea of div?
No, it's a normal HTML tag div.
Okay, it
div.
is a normal HTML tag. Okay.
Yeah, it's a normal HTML tag div whose ID is root.
Okay. So now I can also add in my resume after today's session, I will do some homework. Then I will add in my resume that I have basic knowledge of React. Maybe we can get some other opportunity also very soon. So whenever we are going to create a React app, then we need to, so anything we need to install npm, right? And then we will run this command, right?
No, you have to create, first we have to use the npx. It's the npx command. It's
one.
npx.
This one.
npx. Yeah, this one. This npx will download all the required files in that folder. My first React is the folder name.
Okay.
And in that folder, it will be install all the files required. It's a huge file, number of files. It's thousands of files will there.
Then what is the use of this command?
It's for it's a React npm install. No idea about that. But npx does the thing. It's install all the required files.
First installed npm. After that, we create the project with npx create React app.
Right, because
Yes.
here they have given some global, right?
Okay.
Global means it will install like if you will run as a only without this, right? Without G, then it will install only specific to the project. And after running this command, it will install for every project.
Yes.
So this will be the first command. Like we can read
Yes.
from here also. Like just we can read this line also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, with npx command, we are using the command create React app, and
Right.
that's first it's installing that command create
No,
React app.
no. Again, you are also new. I am also new, right? So first they are
Yeah.
saying that we need to run this command.
That will install the command create React app.
Right.
First we are
globally.
installing First we are installing create React app command, and then with using npx we are using that one.
Right. Then we are creating our project.
Yeah.
Okay. So prepare your system accordingly so that we can from next session we can plan something. Okay.
Okay.
And we will start from W3 school, then then React JS tutorial, then we have Java point tutorial. Then that's it.
Yeah, developer
Then-
Mozilla is there. Yeah.
Then after completing this tutorial, we will be somehow in intermediate level, right?
Right.
So, so let's have next. Then we will move to our project, and then we will run npm start, means same way as we run this, right?
Yes.
And what is required? Requirement is that you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So we know JavaScript, we know HTML also, but we are struggling in CSS. Right, Prasan?
Yes, sir.
So should we move next? So we will finish this at least. At least we will finish this today. Okay.
Okay.
And we can see React ES6 also. Okay, we will move here. So what is the React? Okay, it is React is the library. So Angular is also library, right? And
No.
then it is a framework.
No.
It is
Yes.
library.
It's a
Yeah.
framework.
React
It's a framework.
is a
Angular,
React is a library and
Angular is a framework.
Okay, I have little bit doubt. Right, it is a framework.
It's Angular is a framework and React is a library.
Right. So which one will better? So if we will compare, then which one will better?
Yes,
You are breaking, Amit.
If you want to create a without,
Yeah, continue one by one. Pizza is also coming. Yeah, one by one. PK, continue.
if you want to create application without any other language, suppose that I am developing in .NET application, so it will better to use the React because it's library, it's lightweight, and in framework it's included its life cycle of the pages. So if we want to use the whole framework, then we should go for the AngularJS.
Means we have to install their supporting things also, right? You are saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So library will be more lightweight as compared to framework.
Yes.
Okay. So Amit, you are also adding something? No? Okay.
No.
Okay, then let's move next. So it is a library created by Facebook. So the application, Facebook application is developed in React, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it is building for UI. So anyone can explain me this keyword, because we have used virtual keyword in C# a lot, right? So we have virtual DOM. Anyone?
It's yeah, I can.
Yeah, continue, sir.
Virtual DOM is it's not actual DOM. It's a mix of DOM and then DOM with it says first it's not in the actual DOM. It's somewhere in memory. Its DOM is there, and any changes takes place in the DOM. Then React update that DOM separately and then reload the entire DOM. So it's very fast actually because it's available in separate memory, and it's changing, manipulating the portion of that only. The width part, the DOM part is getting changed, and
Sorry,
then
guys,
it's yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was not there from long time, so I just joined today, and I'm seeing that you guys are working, means touching the React portion. Virtual DOM, what you are explaining is somewhere right, but the actual definition of virtual DOM is that it's a stack tree, which is in a memory. It's not a real DOM. That's right. It's in a virtual DOM is a element stack tree. Okay, so how it's happening? It's a binary type of tree which includes all the elements one after another. Means let's suppose you have a div, one div, two divs and inside a div. So tree will look like that main div, then the subordinate divs, and if anything under those divs, it will come after that. So why we are using virtual DOM in React. Going further on that, I want to lighten on React, why we are using the React. So basically React is a framework which allow us to do the updation of a partial page. easily on a client side. This is the main feature of React. I know we all are knowing the MVC very knowingly. So as we know that we have a partial views in, if you have to understand, this is for understanding only. So we have a partial views, different area under a layout any of MVC. So if we have to change any partial view, we have to change a view of any partial view, or we have to put any value on that partial view, what we have to do? Either we have to go to by a static jQuery, or we have to load the full page again. Apart of that, there was an also option of partially rendering that particular view, but that's also going to the server and coming back. So these what we are doing basically with MVC. So when we are doing this, DOM is creating itself again, and this load on a DOM making our site heavy and network transmission heavy. So to reduce those things, React came in a picture, and um, by that we are able to just update that particular element in a DOM, whatever we want to update. So when I'm saying that element, it's related to component. Like if you have to understand component, it's a similar thing what we have a partial view in MVC. Every component having their own UIs or own functionalities. Like we have an MVC as a partial view, and we are rendering those. So the main fund of virtual DOM, why we need the virtual DOM. So if we are updating anything, and there was a two option to update anything, just to send everything back to the server, or in a process that it'll rewrite everything again, or by making a slight changes, like we are appending any HTML under a div, like we did this before also, um, or we are hiding anything by jQuery. This is called a partial rendering of any DOM. So when we are doing this, it's actually happening there. So DOM is not again and again rewriting themselves. So this is the purpose of virtual DOM. Is it clear to you guys?
Yes.
Anyone having any confusion in this? I'm working on React from last 3 years. That's why I'm telling you
Yeah,
guys.
hello Gyan.
So
Hello.
I have taken-
Pankaj this side.
Yeah, actually, Gyan is the right person for us.
So we should request him, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
He explained very well.
Yeah, let me start with Gyan. Then we right? So Gyan, we are thinking to learn React here, right? And that thing will get.
Pankaj, you are cutting off.
I'm cutting off.
Pankaj, you are cutting off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So we are thinking to learn React, right? And
yeah.
Here I think only you are the experienced person. So can you continue 10 to 15 minutes on the session so that you can give me some overview that how we can start the session and what are the things which we need to do for React learning?
Okay. Yeah. So when it's come to React, again, so why React came in picture? It's something equal to .NET Core. So what is the reason that why we prefer .NET Core over MVC nowadays? So simple answer is this: it's giving a good flexibility on one page application. Correct?
Right.
This is a one feature. Okay. So similar way, React is also very useful
Sorry, sir.
when we are.
What is the mean of one-page application?
Okay. So, Pankaj, you wanna explain one-page application?
Like we have Angular, that is one-page application.
Okay, let me explain so that it'll clear to
Okay,
you.
okay.
So
Continue, Gyan.
like so one page. So that's why I started with very basic. What is one page application? So one page application is our application, means now mostly what we are doing, we are rendering anything on a client machine, and on any click we are sending our request back, and then anything coming back to client machine, and it's again rendering those things here. So this was happening before, but what one page application says that anytime anything loaded on a client machine and you clicked anywhere, either it's going back or not, it's not going to reload your whole page. So your tab will be not reloaded again on a complete map.
I think it's a partial rendering, what you are trying to say.
Yeah, means you are mapping right now it with React. It's correct. It's a partial rendering or type of thing. But the main funda of one page application is that page should not reload itself again. So onload, we know that onload, jQuery onload, you know jQuery onload?
Yes. One,
okay. So
what I think
one page application.
Yeah, I just want to say something about this. What I know what is one page application is like you can say whenever you click on any action, you don't know your page redirect. You can't see the page redirection. The page URL is same.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah. But how it's happening? So, but how it's happening? So that's a question.
Earlier you you say that React comparison between the React and .NET Core. So .NET, I think .NET Core is a different thing. It's a like server side. If we need server side applications, so we can go with .NET Core.
Yeah. So .NET Core MVC, when it's come on .NET Core of MVC, it's not completely. We have to understand this. So when we are saying the .NET Core API, it's purely server side. But when we are calling it .NET Core MVC, it's having a part which is Vue, which is always for rendering on a client machine. So
if we are going to create an application with .NET Core, so what is the benefit of .NET Core? It's not a benefit of .NET Core actually.
Okay.
Basically, .NET Core is the benefits of .NET Core, as I know, it's open source. First benefit, it's open source. Second benefit, it's a cross-platform. Like you can run these applications with Linux, Windows, Mac, anywhere. Okay, so it's a cross-platform. So these are some like benefits of using the application .NET Core.
Yeah, you are correct. But this is also
you cannot compare React.js with .NET Core. I think that's why I'm telling you. You can compare React with Angular Angular because it's a client-side framework. So
Correct, bro. Correct. But what I am giving you a reference. What means? If, please go again with what's the benefit of
you
.NET?
can
In that
these are my suggestions. You
Okay,
can continue.
I'm taking my words back just because
No,
need
no.
of no need of
these are my
doing this.
suggestions. Yeah, these are my suggestions. You can continue now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that also makes sense. So what I said, but if you're not liking, you can drag it out. I'm not going on a React .NET Core again with the React. So I'll continue with the React only. So what's a one-page application? Now we are on a same thing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying that one-page application. One-page application is application, as somebody told this, that we can't see the navigations. But it's also that it's means when we are not seeing that navigation, what it means that it's not reloading itself. So onload function will not work again and again. Page onload, what we are using in a jQuery page onload function, it will not going to render second time during the full application flow. As in MVC, we are writing maximum code on onload only. You guys listening? Is I'm audible?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Continue.
So it's not going to render it again. So if you'll think about, if you'll draw a picture, how Doom work, how everything work at a client side, you'll find that, okay, page is loaded, then every action is happening and there is a partial rendering only on a page, and it's not affecting, it can affect your URL, but it's not affecting on your DOM. It's not rendering it again and again. So this is called one-page application. So in a decade, means in 2010, 9, 8, when I started coding these things, so at that time there was a means I was very fascinated about one thing. There was a match coming on Times of India, and the score is changing again and again, and we don't have to just refresh those things. So that time those things are we are rendering it through by Ajax call, but Ajax is a heavy call over the internet. So that's why to reduce it, we came to one page application type of flow, and then we are coming to React type of thing where things are lightweighted. So one thing is one page application when we are reading about the when we have to know about the React. The second thing which is very much important is that what is React? Everybody says that React is a framework, but the complete sentence is React is a JavaScript framework. Okay, so we should know about the JavaScript, and in that also it's preferable that you have a good knowledge of ES6. So, and the extension of this React application always go with a JXX. So write these terms. Just because these terms are heavy, you have to understand their basics. Then if you are writing anything, React is very simple. These are the important points of the React. DOM, JSX, JavaScript, ES6. That's it. This is a major one, and one page application. Okay, so these are the main fundamental points which we have to refer going further in our React.js conversation. So what's a JS? I'll come on each and everything very quickly. Everybody can read those things and can explain in next class of Pankaj. JSX is nothing. It's a JSX. X stand for extensive, means it can be anything, and JS is JS only. So these are pages we write in a JSX language. What it means, we are writing JS but in an extensive manner. So we can write in JS, we can write only JS, but in that JSX we can write the modeling of those JS with HTML and other things also. So these are the main thing which JSX, you means these are the initials which I can give you on a JSX. After reading, if you guys having a more question on that, then I'll come on this also. What's ESS 6? So ESS 6 are the standards of our JS, which are the newer one, and it's also having a modeling capability over the JS. We can write anything, we can do different type of action on the JS. So we are using it for that. Is somebody okay? So and two more major things which we have to understand during this initial thing. What's a state and what's a props? These are the major thing which we have to see. So state and props. State is something which is local for that particular component, and prop which is used to send data from one component to another component. It's something if you have to make your mind, it's you can see like it a view bag or temp data or something like that. So it will be easy if you're making your mind, you are framing it somewhere. So read about those things also. What's and apart of that, on component can be of two type. One is a structural type and functional type, and one is a class type structure. So these are the thing. Hey, give me a second. Somebody at my door. Okay, just.
Yeah, take your time, go again, no problem. Yeah, Sumant, you are saying something. Do you have some experience in React?
Hi Pankaj, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And you?
Fine,
so,
fine.
Sumant, do you have some experience in React? Meanwhile, Gyan is coming.
No, Pankaj, I have some little idea about React.
Okay,
but
so
actually he's comparing with .NET Core with React. That's why.
Okay.
I have to.
Gyan came. Gyan, continue.
Yeah. So okay. So these are the basics which we have to know about when starting with React. So these are the thing only, and I suppose these are the things which are enough to go further. Okay. One more thing which we have to read, which is very important for React, is React life cycle. So what's a life cycle? We all know that, we have read it from the ASP also, MVC also, and all those things. So like that, this is also having a React page is also having a life cycle, and its life cycle is not a complete life cycle. It's segregated in a three part. One is when we are creating the React page, means when we are rendering the React page. The second one, when we are updating the React page. And the third one, when we are destructive in the React page. So these three segregations are there, and in each segregation there are some function which are automatically executing at that event, means if any event is happening one after another. So read about something about the life cycle also, so it will help you. And I suppose giving more this time at an initial stage on React is it's going to be dangerous. So might be somebody will call me if I'll be not there on next Saturday for any reason. Means I'm not online with you guys. Call me anytime. So I'll continue with these things which I have given you. Or how much time we have right now, Pankaj?
Again, we have no issue of time.
Okay, means I can take 1 hour or 2.
Yeah,
for
3
this.
hours, 4 hours, as you wish.
Okay, so I'm just starting with means you guys are understanding what I have said till now, and what other things I have given you guys.
Yes, we are
Till
getting.
now.
That's why we are
Okay.
listening, right?
Okay. So when coming on this, when I'm saying this, that it's having a life cycle. So, but there are one more thing. So when you guys are going to be develop any application, or you are going for an interview, there will be a major challenge you guys are going to face, is that React changed multiple things over the period, and this life cycle is also also a same thing which changed from a place to another place. Means nowadays when we are doing the functional based, we don't have a life cycle directly, but in a class component we was having a life cycle. So okay, so my question to you guys is this, that I'll start with very basic from where React started, or I'll come down to current scenario. Means it's a 2.5 year transaction only. Means 2.5 year to till now, many things are changed under the React. So what you guys are going to prefer? Means in terms of interviewer can be somebody who is working on React from pretty much long time period. Might be it's a new learner and new writer on, or might be he doesn't know, uh, he he gone with the only tutorials online. So yeah, I am not sure what he is going to ask on interview. But in terms of understanding what you guys are preferring, from where I'll start.
So we want to start working on React application.
Okay, so you can work on work either way. So I'll start with the very initial basics ones, like a class component and all other things, so that you can understand on those things, and then I'll start saying that what changed and when changed, and what's a reflection on React of this. So just because I've gone with the whole phase, so um, that was a challenge for me over the period also, that everything is changing so fast, and right now also React is changing. So while working on React, uh, you should have to give your 100% over the changes what's happening online. You can write anything and everything will work. So starting with routing. So starting with those points which is easy to understand. So routing, we all know that we are from that background where we know that what is routing. So in React also, routing is happening very frequently. Means we are writing routings. So I'll show you next time that how we are writing the routings And before of this, sorry, I forget to. So when you are saying that I am working on React, it's not a great saying. If you have to work on a mobile app and all those things, then you can say that I'm working with React. But if you are working with web type of thing, you should have to say that I'm working on React.js. Just because React and React.js are far apart things. React is basically developed for developing app type of thing, which is for Android and iOS, means hybrid apps, and app.js is meant to the web type of thing. So during Googling also, try to type React.js instead of just React, else you'll be at some other place.
Okay.
Okay. React is something else. React.js is something else. So I don't have that much idea about the React just because I'm a web developer. So I'll stuck with the React.js only. Okay. So okay. So main when I'm coming on life cycle of React.js, so like during a mounting, it's having different type of function which comes one after another. Means during creation, it's having a different type of function. The first function is a constructor. And before of that also there was a preload also, but most of the time we are not means load. We are not treating this just because load will work only the first time only, and from the second time whenever React component is loading, React load will not work, as I explained you earlier also. So load, then there is a constructor, then there was a function like I forget the name, but it's used for the state. Let me Google it just a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a get derived state for props. Means what's it's doing? Like I told you guys that there was a two terms which we have to read first before going on a React project, and these are the means my recommendation, read much more about these two terms, just because these are the soul of any React page. Is a state and props. So what it's doing that, you know, when we are saying that derived state of props, what it's doing, it's taking your prop value and it's storing on that component page so that you can use in that component also. So props is coming from one component to another, and when it's page loaded to the second component after constructor, the second thing is what React page is doing is initializing those props which came from your last page. Okay, then there is a render, then there is a React update DOM and repos. So there was also confusion sometime that we think that okay, page means DOM is created, after that there is a render, means most of the time we think. But as you know that we was having two functions in JavaScript on page load or document.ready. Okay, on load and ready. So these two functions, as these two functions are differentiating, these two functions are working one after another. Like way here also, render is coming first, and then React update DOMs and refers. So when we say that refers means what is this? It's a stack tree. Means element after another element. It's something like that. A parent element is created, and then what is the child of that element coming like a branches, and the other are also coming like a branches. So and it's having every references to the actual DOM also, so that it can connect to each other. If anything came at change at any particular element, so when the things are updating on a virtual DOM, so how it's updating, so we have to understand all those things also. So any element is changed at any point of time, then the below stack tree will rewrite itself. If anything change on a top only, everything will rewrite itself. But if anything is changed at a very depth element, a very last element, only that element is going to change. If it's something middleware, anything below than that, means anything child of that element are going to change only. So we have to understand, partial rendering doesn't mean that only that element is going to change. Anything under that element is going to be changed. This is clear? I suppose yes or no? This
Yes.
is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we have to conceptualize this also, means in a very depth manner, that okay, the things are changing from that element to another element. Like we was doing that, we are changing through Ajax call, we are getting the HTML, and we are changing the div HTML. Like it's a similar way. If you have to make the connection, it's not exactly again like React and jQuery, just because in that also DOM is creating itself again, even in a React. Okay, one more thing which we have to know before going this. So the purpose means, as I explained, that everything was working, means we are getting the HTML from the server through Ajax call, and we was able to render it through .html. So this is the same thing. So why we need React in that case? And it's not reloading the page also. It's not giving effect to the page. So we was doing something like that in a previous also. So then why we need the React? So the answer of this is that whenever we was doing those type of thing, like you can try by yourself, when we was doing .html type of thing, things are rendering on elements, like when we are doing the HTML inspect element, but it's not rendering on an actual DOM. So whatever we are writing through the jQuery, that time it's not writing on a DOM. So DOM was already created, and everything, means the state of the DOM is not changing at that point in time. Everything whatever was previous, only those things was there. So that's why if any case we have to do any type of DOM manipulation on that, it was not that much pure in that case. But in this case, in a case of React, DOM is re-rendering itself or rewriting itself, but in a effective manner, means DOM are rewriting itself, but it's not reloading. I think it's not heavy to you guys. So, and if you didn't get it, please ask it again. Just because these are the main concepts which we have to understand right during creation of any React thing. You can do ask if there is any 1% confusion also what I am saying.
Okay. Yeah, continue, Gan. We will ask.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Prasad,
So,
do you have any question? Prasad?
No. Actually, I was saying we are very new to React, so we need some time to
that's why it's
brush
tough
up
to me.
brush
That's
up our
why
time.
it's tough to me. Just because if question came from the that's why I told I have given you guys a topics that you read about these things, and then we'll continue in a second means in a next week session. Just because if things are coming from the means I can say anything, and you guys can listen anything, but as you guys are new to this and you don't have any question on that, so might it will be possible that you'll listen but you'll not mug up it or forget it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for that we have to do some homework. Then we can
yeah,
interact with each other.
yeah, means I have given you enough topic from where we can start
Yeah.
in a next session, just because I'm also not a lecturer that I can just keep saying those things. Means I'm sorry, don't take it otherwise. But means if questions are coming like in a general way, it's making the things interactive. Or
Yeah, it should be
might
like
have,
that.
yeah.
No,
So,
in that, Gan, I'm very sure that from next session, question will come 100%.
yeah, that's why I'm saying that. Means if I'll tell you guys everything on this session, might there will be a confusion or something in a future also.
Yes, correct.
So read about those terms only. I'll make it worthy in next session that okay, everything will go like in speed up thing.
Right.
And if I was not available, please call me. Any of guys call me. I'll be available surely on next Saturday.
So
Not sure about the Sunday, but Saturday I'll be.
So we can which topic we discuss or get some topics.
I didn't put. So topics.
So Gan, I have given my number, right? Just say hello on my WhatsApp.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pankaj. I'll do. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
PK, you are asking about topic something?
Yeah, in React, we will have a topic to discuss next session in React. Yes.
Okay. Gan will guide us. Gan?
Yeah.
Gan,
so,
we can do one thing. You can give me some link, right? Accordingly, we can plan the session that these are the topics in React we are going to cover today, tomorrow, and accordingly we can design 4 to 6 sessions. And I'm sure that if you are busy somewhere, take that task first, and then after that, when you are a little bit free, then join this class, right? If you are busy somewhere, then that is your first priority will be always. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, I'll make some points and I'll give you guys over the .NET group in which I'm. So there is one .NET group, .NET developer. I'm in
Yeah,
that.
I am the admin actually. Yeah, in that.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So I'll push it there, the topics, so that we'll go in a good way from next time. So and the topics which I have given you guys means you know those things, or I have to repeat. I'll make those.
You have a YouTube channel also, I think.
No, I don't have.
Okay, you don't have. Okay. So I think you on .NET developer group. Hi Gyan. Just if you will reply, I will get your number actually.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll make that. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
All
Thank
things
you.
are done.
Yeah. Thank you everybody. Thank you for your time. Because in the beginning we joined 20 participants, and in the last we have only around 10 participants, right? So means these are the 10%. They are highly keeping the keen desire to learn, right?
Yes.
And just keep it continue. Sometime someone can feel that, hey, we are not learning, but if you will go continuously, that 100% result will come in terms of our new opportunity, and we will feel that we are now having the knowledge, because most of the developer having a lot of knowledge, but they don't want to discuss with someone, right? And we need to keep that nature away from us. We want to discuss with each other, right? Gyan?
Yeah. That's why.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Pankaj. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye. Bye, Yoko.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.